Hi, my name is Nic Kaplan. I'm the Director of Lifespan Religious Education at UUS, and here is my reflection from our service about the vulnerability of change. Change is hard. As a person who still watches the same television shows repeatedly after decades, and who orders the same meal or coffee every time, and who rotates through a handful of identical clothing options, and who always chose the same seat every time I entered a classroom, I fully understand how vulnerable change can make a person feel. We are creatures of habit. It is our nature to seek patterns and resist change. I imagine, even with the notice that there would be changes to the sanctuary, some of you who came to service in person felt a little off, a little strange, a little vulnerable when you came in this morning. But being vulnerable isn't a bad thing. It's just our brain letting us know that there's a choice to be made. We can choose the thing that we know and avoid any risk of the unknown. Or we can choose to take the risk, to go into the unknown. Did you see Frozen 2? I've had my adventure. I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. I'm afraid of what I'm risking. I'm afraid of what I'm risking. But when we take that risk, when we choose to lean into that feeling of vulnerability, when we try something new, that's when wonderful things can happen. Little things, like a new favorite TV show or food, or big things, a new city, new friends, a fresh start. When Elsa took that risk, when she leaned into the vulnerability of change, she found her authentic self. Our feelings and emotions aren't meant to be ignored. They're messages being sent to us from our bodies that give us information. Like if we're afraid of being up high or moving across a wobbly structure, our body is helping protect us from what it senses as danger, a chance our body could be hurt. But feeling vulnerable isn't a message that we are going to be physically hurt. It's a message that we don't know what comes next. What if, instead of shying away when we feel vulnerable from change, we lean into it? Change is so incredibly important. It allows for growth. Think for a moment as if your life were the gardens outside our windows, the beautiful deciduous forests, the tall grass prairies. If the seasons never changed, they could not exist the way they do here. We need the snow to melt, the rains to come, the heat and humidity that will follow. Change allows for growth. So lean into that feeling of vulnerability. Invite change. Allow your life to grow and flourish. Introduce yourself to a new person. Try a new food. Sit somewhere different. Take a class on something you find challenging. Lean into that feeling of vulnerability that change brings, little or big. Feel vulnerable. Make a change. Thank you.